Back on the Marion Health pregame show, catching up with Taylor men's basketball head coach Josh Andrews before they take on Miami Hamilton, the Harriers, tonight here inside Odell Arena. You played 4 games in your 11th year here at Taylor. Where's the time gone?
Rick, we're getting old.
We are getting old, aren't we?
And it goes by fast. And exciting to be playing so many games so quick. And I think we are getting better each game. But it is a blessing to be here. It's good to still, you and I, to be together and talk some basketball and sports and life. And love our guys and think we're heading in the right direction.
Let's talk about life really quick, not the fact that you're about to have your second child that's able to drive a car the next couple of years, so be warned, the streets of Yorktown, Indiana. But you got to be the officiant at one of your former players, Eric Sellier's wedding out in Utah a few short months ago. Kind of walk us through the process of being asked to do that, obviously a very big role, and then what the whole deal was like for you to be the officiant of one of your players' weddings.
One of those like bucket list items you didn't know was on the list, right? So Eric had messed with me years ago and asked if that's something I would ever consider, and I thought he was just messing or whatever. And he came to our alumni game last year and still had that lefty trigger, made some nice shots, looked smooth, but we got to meet his fiance, and he grabbed me afterwards and wanted to talk and asked me if I would take on that challenge and want to do it. And of course, what an incredible honor. So I was scared to death, but did it, and got to spend a lot of time with Eric and his fiance, and they're an amazing couple. So it was a thrill. Again, I was pretty intimidated, had never done it, and got some good counsel from a few of the coaches in-house here who have done it and had the same honor. And so I don't know if I'm promoting that role because it's a hard one, but I really enjoyed it, and I don't think I messed it up, and it's just a special thing to be a part of. So that I appreciate you asking, and something I'll never forget.
It was a beautiful scene where they had the ceremony. It was outdoors, if I remember correct. It was a lovely setting. My favorite part of the weekend was Tim Fleming sent me video of you speaking at the rehearsal dinner, and it made me feel like I was in the locker room. And I texted him, and I messaged him back, and I said, was this like a pregame speech back in the day? He goes, yeah. He goes, yeah, it kind of was. So did it help kind of get some of the nerves out, prepping everybody and trying to get everybody on the same game plan at the rehearsal dinner?
Gosh, I don't know. Probably made it worse. I told him, I said, hey, I told Eric on the side, hey, I haven't done it, but I'm going to act like I have. So I've prepped up and studied enough and was prayed up for it. So when it was time to take charge, I took charge, and I let him know, hey, it's going to feel a little coachish right now. But we had Timmy and Keaton Hendricks, and Mason Degenkolb was involved. So we had a host of guys that are part of the Taylor basketball family. So what a neat deal.
If anybody has any requests for Coach Andrews to be their officiant, you can just send them to me, and I'll filter them to him. Present day, you guys have a tournament up at Rochester. Friday night, you had a very pleasant surprise. The Taylor football team was playing about 40 miles away at Lawrence Tech. They surprised you by bringing the whole team to a non-conference neutral site game. You had guys that were 10 rows deep behind the bench. You have guys that are sitting courtside, which I didn't know was a thing, but apparently it is. When did you find out that you guys are going to be rolling about 100-plus deep wearing the purple and gray on Friday?
Hey, 5 minutes before the game. So we were finishing. We got in the starters, and, this is a brand-new program, so there's probably some an antsy nature to that game as it was, just trying to figure out how we were matching up, that type of thing, and we're closing up to come out, get a few shots up, and jump tip. Kind of heard a roar when our guys had left the locker room to go out, and didn't quite know what was going on, but as I came out, of course, I could gather because I saw football personnel and staff and the guys. So, put a big smile on my face. I know for our guys, it was home away from home, and we just cannot thank Coach Mingo and the staff and those guys, and they were very willing fans. I mean, they were all into it. So, like the guy, they just were great. It was like a home game, and of course we had a great response from it. And our guys competed and played well, and they gave us a real some fuel and they were a bonus Friday night. So again, thank you, any football connection or anyone listening in support of Taylor football. Just what a class program, and what a sacrificial decision by head coach Aaron Mingo to take his entire group to see us in a non-conference game. It was amazing.
I had heard rumblings about it a couple of days before, of the talk of, well, we're only 40 minutes away from where basketball's playing. And then I had seen a couple messages come through, and I go, like, what are they talking about the bus leaving on Friday night? And then it clicked. I go, oh, they're going to go watch the guys play Cleary. So it was a wonderful atmosphere on Friday. Let's talk about the season overall. 4 games in, 2-2. Had a chance to be 3-1, a tie game there with about a minute and change left against Rochester Saturday. Where do you think your team stands here 4 games in, obviously now with no Jason Hubbard and Jeff Clayton due to graduation?
I'm proud of them. We've gotten better as we've moved along. So it was nice to get that first win in the opener. We went and played a mature and talented veteran team in Olivet Nazarene, who has some key personnel with experience. They know how they win, and a tough place to play. And we came out, threw punches, played well, had a few breakdowns before half, had a slow start to the second half, and just we were not able to break that 12 to 14 point barrier in the second half, and they weren't going to relinquish it. Tough loss, but a great learning loss, and it felt that way. It stung our guys. We had a good week of practice last week, and then went up to Rochester and had vastly improved, and had got some fruit for our labor Friday night, had a chance to win against another veteran team that knows how they win in their tournament. And like you said, a minute and some change. It could have gone either way. We had, I think, 2 different shots to take the lead in that time, and didn't quite get it done. But, we really improved this past weekend, and it is vital that each day and each game we take a little more ground. And our guys have a joyful spirit about them, and they want to get better, and they care about each other. And I hope that that's evident every game we play this year.
You look at guys like Anton Webb and Caden Furman. They have now had to take on bigger roles this year. Same thing with your 2 guards in Jackson Lewis and Jackson Olam. Where do you think the team stands with a lot of new roles and obviously more opportunities they have to contribute than they might have had in years past?
I think there's an excitement for that because there's more basketball to go around. There's bigger shoes to fill and roles to fill, and we're still forming those. We don't have a established identity for exactly how we're playing just yet. I know what I want that to be, but they're kind of proving that they can get to that spot inside their roles. And then as a team, I think it'll be fun to see different guys leading us in scoring on any given night, and the ball's been moving, and we've been playing the game the right way and playing hard. If we can take care of the basketball and just have a mature perspective about process and how we get better every day, I think this team could really turn heads, and I think it could turn into the outcomes we want at the end of the game.
Last thing, what can fans expect out of the Harriers tonight?
Disciplined team. Lead guard is a stud guard, knows how to play. He's tough and feisty and skilled, and he can go for big, and the guys play around him. They've shown a lot of zone and a different package of zones, which can offset you in your rhythm. So we've got to play with some balance, be patiently aggressive as we attack. And I'd like to see us be feisty defensively and bother Zero, their lead guard, and clean the glass. It's got a chance to be a good game. We'd love to play great basketball for 40 minutes.
Josh?
Following is a presentation of the Trojan Sports Network.
Tonight's starting lineups. First, for the visitors from Miami Hamilton. Guard, 5'8" junior, number 0, Ryan Marshall. Guard, 6'2" junior, number 3, Cody Haynes. Forward, 6'4" sophomore, number 10, Cody Davis. Forward, 6'6" senior, number 20, Josh Wildermuth. Guard, 6'3" junior, number 30, Michael Keenan. The Harriers are coached by Michael Pyle, assisted by Chris Jones, Jameson Bradley, and Elijah Jackson. And now, fans, get on your feet for tonight's starting lineup. Taylor Chosen. At board, the 6'8" junior from Dayton, Ohio, number 1, Anton Webb. At guard, the 6'1" senior from Lawrenceburg, Indiana, number 2, Gavin Yoon. At guard, the 5'11" sophomore from Parker City, Indiana, number 3, Jackson Oak. At guard, the 6'4" junior from Liberty Township, Ohio, number 15, Kate Herman. And the center, the 6'10" junior from Danville, Michigan, number 34, Caleb Hudson. The Trojans are coached by Josh Andrews, assisted by Luke Hubbard, Kevin Oswald, and Stan Dutton.
Good evening, everybody. Welcome here inside Odell Arena on the campus of Taylor University for tonight's non-conference matchup between the Harriers of Miami Hamilton, who come in with an overall record of 1-1. The Trojans of Taylor come in with an overall record of 2-2. With our fantastically talented crew of Natalie Monerick on the camera, Bryn Butchkowski is your producer-director tonight. My name is Rick Johnston. This has been the Marion Health pregame show, and we're off and running here with the AA crew tonight from Odell Arena. Josh Wildermuth will jump between against Taylor's Anton Webb. Both teams coming off losses their last time out on Saturday. Webb wins the jump tip, and we're off and running here from Odell Arena in Upland, Indiana tonight. Taylor with the opening possession from left to right in white with the purple numbers and purple letters and the gray trim. Miami Hamilton opens up in the road red uniforms mirroring that of the Chicago Bulls of the National Basketball Association. Red jerseys and shorts with the black numbers and letters. Against a 2-3 zone, Webb double team. He steps through and he puts it in with a left hand from the left side of the glass. So Taylor scores on their opening possession, and Hamilton brings it from right to left. Far side high to Ryan Marshall at 15 points in their loss on Saturday. Back to the right side, Keehan lets a three-point shot go, spins off the soft rim, and rebounded by Taylor's Anton Webb down below. No Jackson Lewis for Taylor for the second straight game, out with a lower body injury, so Jackson Olam makes his second straight start of the year. Back to the 2-3 zone goes Miami Hamilton, trying to take away touches from the man who has the ball now, Anton Webb. Kick out to an open Gavin Yoon. He's sadly robbed of an open right wing three. That was halfway down and out. And it's going back to the Harriers, here on their second possession, trailing 2-0. Wildermuth to the near side, and Keehan defended in Taylor's man-to-man defense. Down to the left block, Corey Davis skips to a contested three right side, and it's made over the right arm of 6'10", Caleb Hodson. That one by Josh Wildermuth. So his first triple is good, and Miami Hamilton takes a 1-point lead at 3-2, 90 seconds into the opening half. Hodson defended tightly on the far side. Taylor reverses it up near midcourt with Yoon. Near side Furman, who lit the nets on fire on Friday night in the win over Cleary. Extra pass, Yoon, left corner three ball, no good from Olam as the weak side rebound rolls off to the near side. Trojans 0 of 2 from three-point range. Hamilton is 1 of 2. And they have that 3-2 lead 2 minutes into the first half. Wildermuth, who hit the three, goes to the right corner. Lance holds above his head. Wanted to give off to the cutting Marshall. Wildermuth spins it off to Keehan. Left side circle, nice bulleted pass down low. Shot deterred away on the attempt from Lance. Off the block by Taylor's Yoon. Olam pitching transition three ball is long off the attempt from Caden Furman. And the Trojans start 0 of 3 from range, and Hamilton gets the ball back. They go from right to left in red, leading by 1. Running the point, Ryan Marshall from the highly powerful Centerville High School there in Ohio. He's defended by Olam between the circles. The senior comes to the near side and off to Wildermuth, who has the only 3 points so far for Miami Hamilton. Shot clock down to 5 and 4. Handoff far side, Keehan, tight quarters pass. A contested leaning three-point shot is off the glass and nothing else of Ryan Marshall.
And Taylor's Anton Webb has his second rebound here of the opening half. Taylor looking to regain the lead as they trail by 1. Olam dribbles into traffic on the near side lane. Webb spins, open, firm, into the baseline left, and Hodson bullies his way through. Big contact, and he slips it home with a right hand on a hook. Fourth-year Hamilton head coach Michael Pyatt giving the referees an earful. Luther Palmer, the one right there, as he thought Hodson got away with an offensive foul. Jordan Beam and our crew chief David George round out our officiating crew tonight here inside Old Arena. 3 minutes into the opening half, Hamilton with the rock, down by 1. Thinking about a 3 key hand drives to the left hand on Furman. Got double teamed with Webb, kicking out to the Speedy Davis. Long hair, flapping with each step, poked away, got it back. Long fall away jump shot, no good. And Webb taps it to himself for his third carom here in the first 3+ minutes. Taylor with a 4-3 lead as they gallivant from left to right and white. Down low Webb through the contact of Davis over the glass. It's no good, but he gets bailed out by a late foul call. Looks to be against Corey Davis. If it is, it's his first. And it is. To the line for 2 is Anton Webb. Anton much better shooting the free throws this year at 76%. After being much lower than that a year ago in his first year at Taylor. First one catches the back of the rim and drops. He's got one more to come. Exiting Cody Lance for Miami Hamilton. New man in is Ryder Thompson. He's a 6'4 freshman. Second one from Webb off the left side of the rim. Davis has the miss. And Hamilton's got the ball from right to left in red, trailing by a deuce, 5-3. Almost 4 minutes expired here in the first half tonight. Marshall from the perimeter right, back between the circles, now off to Davis. A little bit of a height mismatch here as Davis 6'4", guarded by the 6'8" Anton Webb. Jab step Thompson on the right edge with 9 to shoot here for Hamilton, down by 2. Lefty drive Marshall, knifing his way through the whole Taylor defense. His left-hand scoop died off the back of the rim, and then coming out of the trees is Davis. Out to a Wildermuth 3 that glances off the front rim short. His first miss from deep, and Taylor has the rebound thanks to Webb. His 4th of the first half, their 2-point lead still intact. Right edge Hodson back to Olam as Hamilton slides back into a 2-1-2 box, or a box and one zone here, trying to take away Webb, who's got the ball at the free throw line. Goes down to Hodson to try to reverse the layup, but got deterred by Corey Davis. Nice up and down defense there by Davis against the 6'10 former Central Michigan Chippewa. Thompson on the right side high. Ball spun back to the left side, and Corey Davis for Hamilton. Almost halfway home, or almost 5 minutes gone here in the first. Hamilton with the ball, trailing by 2. They led briefly 3-2 on the Wildermuth three-point shot. They have been held scoreless since. Almost a 4-minute scoring drought. Keehan trying to change that. His fall-away right elbow jump shot was short. And Webb has got his 5th rebound here in the first 5 minutes. Olam, in and out dribble, fall-away free throw line jump shot clean. And Olam gets on the score sheet, and Taylor pushed the lead to 4 at 7-3 with 5 minutes gone here in the first half. And a stoppage there, as it looks like the shot clock was started too early. But since it's a dead ball, we've reached a media timeout. New rule this year, 3 media timeouts at Division I in the NAI. Under 15, under 10, and under 5. We're under 15 here in the first half on the Trojan Sports Network.
94-98, and it was a very transformational time for me and my wife. That went to Taylor as well, and for us, Taylor, I kind of look at Taylor as a place you go, not to go get a job after 4 years, but it really is like a 40-year preparation of your life. And I tell my Taylor stories all the time, to the point where my employees are probably sick of it. I kind of look at the basketball team and I look at Josh and I think he's the right guy, and I like to support the right guy. I think the core of what they have is really good. Josh has been developing men, and I think that's really important at a school like a Taylor, to think of it as winning basketball games and competing at a high level, but also developing people so that they can go on to the world and make things happen. I look at the student experience at Taylor right now. It's as high as it's ever been. It's off the charts. And so when I think about prospective kids and the kids that we have, I look at it and say, you can't beat a good program with a really good school.
The Montage Financial Group at UBS is the official sponsor of Taylor University men's basketball.
Out of the media timeout, Hamilton with the ball from right to left in red. They trail 7-3. They've led once at 3-2. Keehan kicks out far right wing to Davis. Taylor has a sub on the floor. That would be Grant Niehaus. Behind the back, or with his back turned, getting a piece of the pass was Furman. And now another late shot clock opportunity. Fall away jump shot Marshall, and he switched it from just beyond the free throw line. That ends the long scoring drought for Miami Hamilton, and they're back to within 2. 6 minutes played here in the first half. Into the zone, lobbing up Niehaus. Webb for a two-hand dunk. Webb made easy work of that two-hand slam, and he has got 5 points, matching the Miami Hamilton output by himself. He's also matched their rebound total with 5 of his own. So it's Hamilton 5, Webb 5, and Taylor 9. Anton smiling from ear to ear as he defends Josh Scantland, and back to the left elbow jump shot for Ryan Marshall. He goes pop on back-to-back trips down the floor, and Hamilton stays within striking distance, trailing 9-7. Back to the 2-1-2 zone here for Hamilton again. That's given Taylor fits here since the opening tip. Yoon near side defended. And now a 3-2 zone run here by Hamilton. Taylor trying to find some inside pressure as Webb bounces out on the perimeter left. Taylor reverses it near side, jabbing and driving baseline left. Furman pitching in for another two-hand dunk by Webb. Well, when in doubt, give it to Webb and he'll dunk it. A pretty safe bet on that. He's 4 of 4 from the floor, or 3 of 3 from the floor with 7 points. As he continues to match Hamilton step for step. Pass fumbled out of bounds far side by Thompson, and it's going back to Taylor on the Hamilton turnover. Wes Hunt on for the first time for the Trojans. So Taylor has Niehaus, Yoon, Hunt, Furman, and Webb, 3 of their 5 starters. 2 subs just checked out, or 2 men just checked out for Hamilton. Aiden Turner on for the Harriers. Scantlin already out there coming in during the dead ball. And it looks like Wildermuth is back out there once again here for Miami Hamilton. Zone defense for the Harriers. Nice find Webb. Fall away jump shot near side. Too long off the attempt from Caden Furman. And Marshall, the shortest player on the floor at 5'8", scoops up the miss here for Miami Hamilton. The Harriers in red from right to left, trailing by 4. Scantlin wanted to skip a pass at the top of the key, but Wildermuth cut him before he could deal it to him. Turner to Marshall, scored the last 4 points for the Harriers. Long 3 Scantlin, and it's an air ball wide right. And now he's going to hear it from the Taylor students, filling up rows 1, 2, 3, and 4. Hamilton 1 for 5 shooting the 3. Taylor not better at all. They're 0 of 3 from range, but they still hold this 4-point lead as this zone defense has given the Trojans fits here in the first almost 8 minutes. Webb dribbling on the left side of the floor as Taylor attacks the basket to our right and White. Step in long 3 straight away. Yoon swish off the feed from Niehaus. In the blink of an eye, Taylor's gone on a 5-0 spurt, and they lead 14-7, their biggest lead of the night. Just past the 12-minute mark here of the opening stanza. Scantland left side high. Stares into the Taylor man-to-man defense. Passing behind the cutting Aiden Turner was Thompson. And that's back-to-back turnovers for Miami Hamilton. Lance and Davis return for the Harriers. And Carson Miller makes his first appearance of the night for Taylor. He's a 6'2 sophomore out of Bremen, Indiana, known for his sharpshooting. Trojans in the white jerseys and shorts with the purple numbers and the purple letters. A 1-3-1 zone. Now deployed here by Miami Hamilton. Taylor has the size mismatch with 2 6'8 guys out there and Webb and Hunt. West holds on the left elbow. The ball quickly spun to the right side and Miller. 12 to shoot for Taylor. They lead by 7, their biggest lead of the night. Niehaus fakes right, goes left, explodes to the baseline left, and lays it in with a right hand with ease. So make that a 7-0 Taylor run, sparked by the second Webb dunk of the first half. And the Trojan lead continues to grow. It's at a game-high 9. 11 and change separates us from intermission. High post left side, Wildermuth, who scored the first 3 points of the night for the Harriers. Marshall, who scored their last 4, but his last points have come in some time as Yoon defends him for Taylor. Near sideline, Davis with 6 to shoot. Webb guards him in the man-to-man. Davis got away, knocked away by Webb, and now he's out and running. Niehaus flings it far side to Yoon, looks for trailers, pitching back to Miller, who thought about a parking lot 3. That allows Hamilton to slide back into their zone defense. Behind the back dribble from the near side corner inside the arc is Webb. Low one-hand bouncer, gobbled up by Yoon, then back to the near side, Niehaus. Thought about a side of the lane drive, but it got knocked out of his mitts. First turnover of the night for Taylor. On the other end, weaving, scooping, and missing was Aiden Turner. Another first half free throw, a rebound for Webb. That's number 6 to go with his game high 7 points. Anton fell down, slow to get back up. Miller's open 3, no good. But West Hunt rises over everyone. It's knocked out of off his knee and out of bounds. Good job by Aiden Turner for Miami Hamilton to deflect it off of the Taylor big man. Jackson Olam back on for Taylor. And a 30-second timeout taken by Miami Hamilton. That is the one that they would lose when we head to the second half. 10:19 to go in the first half. Taylor leads by 9 here on the Trojan Sports Network.
When you need the fuel to be your nephew's #1 fan, Holiday Inn Express. We're there, so you can be too.
Best One Tire and Auto Care Upland is proud to support Taylor University Athletics. Located at 148 South Main Street, Best One is open 6 days a week. Owner Mike Pearson and his staff offer replacement tires from brands like Bridgestone, Firestone, and Goodyear. Customers can also shop for tires from the comfort of their home by using the online tire finder. When it's time for mechanical repairs, Best One's ASE certified technicians can perform a wide range of services to get their customers back on the road. And those same technicians can do repairs on fleet vehicles as well. Taylor Athletics says thank you to Mike Pearson and everyone at Best One Tire and Auto Care Upland.
What was originally a 30-second timeout, then morphed into a full timeout. And so Miami Hamilton still has their use it or lose it 30-second timeout, which is new this year. They have condensed the timeouts from 6, 2 30s and 4 fulls, which is a ton, down to 4. 3 30s, a use it or lose it. If you don't use it in the first half, you don't get it in the second half, and 1 full. Got it? Good. There'll be a quiz later. Nice backdoor cut to Davis on a reverse layup off the fine from Marshall. Another nice play drawn up by head coach Michael Pyatt for Miami Hamilton. That stops the 9-0 Taylor run, but then Wes Hunt just moseys his way in on the baseline left, uses his size and lays it in with a right hand underneath the rim. When you're 6'8", you can do those kinds of things. And the Trojan lead back to 9 with 9:43 left to play before recess. Miami Hamilton and the Chicago Bulls, red uniforms from right to left. Wildermuth between the circles and the near side Marshall, who has a team-high 4 points, defended by Jackson Olam. Starting in place of the injured starting point guard Jackson Lewis for the second game in a row for Taylor. Lance bumps Miller, fall away, free throw line jump shot off the front rim, no. Davis gets it away, rips it away from Niehaus, and puts it in off the glass for his second bucket. 4 for Davis, tied with Marshall for team-high honors. And Hamilton back to within 7 with 9 and change left to play in the first half. No-look dish, Niehaus, kick out Isaiah Day from Miller, up top Olam, 3, cash for Jackson Olam. Second made triple of the night for Taylor. First one from Olam, and the Trojan lead is quickly to a game-high 10. Less than 9 to play in the opening half. Olam got a steal. Marshall snagged it. Turnaround, misses a 3 from the right side, and Isaiah Day was the one of 3 Trojans underneath to gobble up the rebound. Miller perimeter left, back to the trailing Olam. Bluff, step to the left, 3 ball, trying to go 2 for 2, no. Is rebounded or knocked off the glass by Hunt, who blows a tire in the back of the floor, trying to track down Marshall for Miami Hamilton. And now the freshman Isaiah Day with his 6'6" wingspan comes out to defend the senior Marshall. Day waves a man away, then to the far side. Hamilton goes and Lance. Between the circles, up top, Turner drives on Niehaus. Niehaus swipes, missed the shot, Turner. Putback was no good by Lance, but he was fouled from behind. Foul is on Taylor's Jackson Olam, his first, team's first. And we've got 8:12 left to play here in the opening half. And to the line for 2 is Cody Lance. These are the first free throws of his junior year. Scored 2 points in the loss to Lorain County Community College on Saturday. And the first free throw from Lance is short. 3 subs in for Taylor. Those would be Webb, Furman, and Hodson. Back in the game for Hamilton is Michael Keehan. The Trojans have Olam, Furman, Webb, Day, and Hodson. With Day your only non-starter for Taylor. Lance, Wildermuth, Keehan, Turner, and Marshall. They only had 4 for a moment. He comes back onto the floor. Lance made the second free throw, by the way. And the Taylor lead is down to 9. Turnover far side almost as Hodson spun and ripped it away. Head coach Pyatt for Hamilton wanted to turn over on the transfer for Taylor. Olam bump, step through. He gets hooked around. It's a block in the paint. Looking to be on Michael Keehan of Miami Hamilton. It is on Keehan, his first, and the second one on the Harriers. Less than 8 to play in the first half. Taylor has led the entire way except once when they trailed 3-2 on the Wildermuth 3. Olam has to get it in last seconds. Slapped away from a defender was Furman. Now steps back in. Drives and goes left corner. Olam to the block left, and Hodson spins the baseline. Blocked from behind. He gets his own miss. Caleb missed it, and he puts back the reverse layup from the near side. Second field goal for Hodson. He's got 4, and the Taylor lead is up to 11, a game high. 7:33 and winding here in the first half. Lance in the right corner as Hamilton goes from right to left. Keehan got away from Webb, but he couldn't let a shot go as he was stuck underneath the rim. Ball spun around the arc to the right side high, and the three-point maker Wildermuth. Lance to the cutting Marshall, right down the right side lane. His shot deleted by Anton Webb, who came in from the help side. Gavin Yoon back in for Taylor. 4 seconds on the shot clock here for Hamilton as they trail by 11 with 7:15 separating us from half. Keehan to get it in on the near baseline, standing over the new Trojan logo painted in the end zone. Into Marshall from about 8 feet, spins away with 2, falls away from 10. Nope, front rim. Weak side rebound, tapped twice in the air, now 3 times. And then Yoon gathers it in for Taylor. Flips it up the far side in transition to Furman, now waits for reinforcements in Yoon. Back to the zone defense goes Miami Hamilton as Hodson holds in the near corner. Taylor spins it all the way to the far side. Furman dances. Low bounce pass free throw line gathered in by Webb. He pivots and off to Furman with about 10 to shoot. Near corner, Yoon open 3 ball. Short off the near side as it floats and grazes the bottom of the net. Taylor 2 of 8 from 3-point range as Hamilton tries to cut in to this 11-point deficit with 6.5 minutes remaining in the first half. Wildermuth left side circle holding the ball off his right hip. Now moves to his left hip before spinning it off to Turner. Around the Wildermuth screen, Turner keeping the dribble alive, got to the league logo. Out to the open, Keehan who fires a 3. Nope, off the right side of the rim, and Hodson has the rebound for Taylor. An 1 of 6 start from 3 for Miami Hamilton. Hodson transition 3, and he shuffled his feet right before he let the 3-point shot fly. Third giveaway by Taylor here in the first half. And it goes back to Miami Hamilton, who's just 5 of 19 from the floor. On the other side, Taylor has made 10 of their 19 shots. Right to left go the Harriers in red, 6:09 and winding here in the first half. Marshall got loose on the perimeter right off a screen and went in on the baseline right and was almost unabated for a right-hand layup. 6 for Marshall to lead the way on 3 of 7 shooting for the Harriers. As Taylor tries to combat the 2-3 zone once again. Hodson with a 9-point Taylor lead, spins in the paint and flips it home with a right hand. 6 for Caleb Hodson. He's 3 of 5 from the floor here in the first half. 1 point off of Anton Webb's game high, 7. Back to an 11-point deficit for the Harriers as they go from right to left in red with 5.5 to go in the first half. Contested 3 spins off the rim as Keehan tried to will it in over the defending Webb. Far sideline Yoon as he glides to the front court with Taylor and White. Picks of the bounce Olam to the right wing. Hodson who bluffs the right wing 3. Low bounce pass easily intercepted by Lance. As he goes to the 1-on-2. Lance got into the body of Yoon, powers through and lays it in with a right hand. First field goal for Cody Lance, and that brings Miami Hamilton back to within 9 as the Trojans and Harriers keep seesawing back and forth between a 9-point and double-figure deficit on the task on the name of the Harriers. Olam drives inside the right side wing. It's been an explosive zone defense here for Miami Hamilton to start as Olam bounces the ball out of bounds, and that brings us to our final media timeout here of the first half. 4:57 remaining in the opening stanza. Taylor leads by 9 over Miami Hamilton. Harriers with the ball out of the break here on the Trojan Sports Network.
Greek's Pizzeria in Upland opened its doors in December of 2017. Over the years, there have been more than 140 Greeks opened across the country with 24 Indiana locations. When it comes to pizza, Greeks offers customers the option to create their own pizza or to try one of Greek's specialized pizzas. Greeks uses fresh, homemade, hand-tossed dough, Greeks Italian sauce, select blended cheeses, gourmet toppings, and the same method of preparation since the first restaurant opened in 1969. The kitchen can also whip up a sandwich served on fresh French-style bread, or can put that sandwich into a pizza shell wrap. Customers can also add breadsticks or French-style bread as a side item. Greeks also offers a selection of salads and assorted dressings as well. Greeks is located just off Main Street in Upland and is a proud supporter of Taylor University Athletics. Greeks Pizzeria, it's our taste.
We'd like to remind you that Taylor men's basketball was brought to you by the fine folks at UBS. Tonight you have the best crew in the entire land for broadcasting basketball tonight. Natalie Manerick, Bryn Buchkowski, and I'm trying not to pull down their talents. 4:57 left to go in the opening half. It's a 9-point Miami-Hamilton deficit. They have the ball out of the stoppage. They're shooting 32% from the floor. Taylor at a brisk 55% overall, and that's with shooting 2 of 8 from three-point land. Marshall's been the best offensive player tonight for Hamilton, brings it to the front court. That's the front court to our left. Hodson's exit in favor of Hunt for Taylor. Near side, Keehan looking for his first scoring tonight. Crossover dribble, knifed it away as Olam batted the ball away with his back to the dribbler. Keehan got it back with 7, rips a pass on the baseline to the far side, and Scantlin. To the right block, Lance, turnaround, fadeaway jump shot, no. Hunt comes elevating over everybody, had it knocked out of his hands, but Yoon was there to rip it up for Taylor. Trojans from left to right trying to work on a 9-point lead with 4:20 remaining in the first half of play. A 1-2-2 zone look here for Miami-Hamilton. They have been in different zones since the jump tip, which Taylor won. Webb on the baseline left with 9 to shoot, jabbing. Davis falls away, didn't get one of the charge call. He didn't get it because Webb abused him on a spin move and laid it in with the right hand. 9 first half points for the Trojans' leading scorer, Anton Webb, on a perfect 4 of 4 shooting. Anton 1 for 2 from the stripe tonight, 9 points and 6 boards. So he leads the game in both those categories. And the and one free throw is clean. 10 for Anton. It's a 12-point Taylor lead, their biggest difference of the night. Less than 4 to play before halftime. Marshall brings up the floor for Hamilton. Far sideline, Lance faked to pass down to the paint, and now the ball reversed to the near side, now eventually in the hands of Keehan. One-on-one, Furman jumps and taps the pass and intercepts for Taylor. Turnover number 4 the first half here for Hamilton. Long pass from the near sideline to the far for Olam. Webb throws it over and out over the head of of Hunt, who thought there was someone behind him. Webb was ready to throw it up high and let Hunt go get it. The problem is Hunt never left the floor. 6 turnover for Taylor in the first half as Hamilton goes from right to left wearing the red. Marshall now to the hands of Davis and all the way to the near sideline, and Keehan looking into Furman and the Taylor man-to-man defense. Furman held the ball over his head, and now the ball spun back to the far sideline where Scantlin holds. Off his left hip, Keehan, fall-away 3, perfect. Michael Keehan missed his first 3 threes. He connects on the 4th, and that brings Hamilton back to within 9 with 3:07 left to play in the first half. Back to the 3-2 zone for Miami-Hamilton. Furman trying to break it with a 3, and he does on the far side, right in front of the Miami-Hamilton bench. First bucket of the night for Caden Furman, and the Trojans take their use it or lose it 30-second timeout as they lead 31-19 with 2:56 remaining in the first half.
Best One Tire and Auto Care Upland is proud to support Taylor University Athletics. Located at 148 South Main Street, Best One is open 6 days a week. Owner Mike Pearson and his staff offer replacement tires from brands like Bridgestone, Firestone, and Goodyear. Customers can also shop for tires from the comfort of their home by using the online tire finder. When it's time for mechanical repairs, Best One's ASE certified technicians can perform a wide range of services to get their customers back on the road. And those same technicians can do repairs on fleet vehicles as well. Taylor Athletics says thank you to Mike Pearson and everyone at Best One Tire and Auto Care Upland. Out of the Taylor 30-second timeout, Miami-Hamilton with the ball, trailing by 12
with 2:50 left to play in the first half. Davis holds on the near sideline for Hamilton. Now up top to Cody Lance. Ripped out of the hands, but a foul is how the ball got jarred loose. Furman on the foul as he tried to take it away from Keehan. First one on Furman, second one on Taylor here in the first. Shot clock sets to 20 for Miami Hamilton, who comes in 1-1 on the year. They played a neutral site game and a road game in the tournament a week ago. Taylor playing their second home game here of the 23-24 season. Marshall up and over Olam, hit the right side of the rim, the left, the backboard and down. Marshall with a team high 8 points, and the deficit for Miami Hamilton is back down to 10. 2:24 left to play here in the first half. Taylor from left to right and white looking into the 2-3 zone of Miami Hamilton. Webb dribbling, turnaround, right-hand shot, a little bit too strong on a right-hand hook. And it's rebounded by Davis of Hamilton. That's his fourth rebound of the first half for the visitors. Harriers going from right to left with 2 minutes left to play before half. Here's Wildermuth near side, hit the first three of the night and the first scoring for Miami Hamilton. Since then, he has been held in check. Marshall whips it right side to Keehan, who just hit a three the last time down the floor. Wildermuth turns and gives out to Marshall with 5 to shoot. Marshall dribbles left hand on Olam, free throw line, fadeaway J, front rim, hit the glass and home. Another tough shot that Ryan Marshall cashes in on, and he's on a personal 4-0 run to draw Miami Hamilton back to within 8 with 95 seconds remaining here in the first half of play. Olam, open Furman, left wing three, swish. Back-to-back triples for Caden Furman, and the Trojan lead quickly back up to double figures. Furman, probably the last player that Hamilton wants to leave wide open in the 2-3 zone, and he's made him pay on back-to-back trips. Almost a minute remaining in the first half. Hamilton with the ball, down 11. They attack the basket to our left. Marshall between the circles. Olam with his left hand extended in front of his face. Inside the arc, right side to Turner. Ball knocked away, scooped off the floor by Furman after Yoon poked it away. A 3-on-2 for Taylor. Furman into the paint. Yoon right to the rack, and his left hand finishes good off the rim. 5 for Gavin Yoon, and Taylor's got a game-high lead of 13. 45 seconds and dwindling here. Nice cut by Marshall as he got away from Olam right down the middle of the lane and finished with a left hand. 12 for Ryan Marshall, lead the way for Miami Hamilton and in the game. Taylor lead back down to 11. Yoon trying to make it 5 in a row. His three was 3/4 of the way down and then just serpentined out. Shot clock turned off with 23 seconds and running here in the first half as Ryan Marshall runs the show for the visiting Harriers. Taylor 4 of 10 from distance, now 4 of 11. Miami Hamilton can hold for the final shot. Marshall might try to do it himself. He gets the ball back near side from Turner. Wants to back down Olam, whips it into Keehan with 5, goes up. 3 players right there. Trying to guide it in was Davis. The ball went between his legs. He turns around. It got blocked by both Webb and Hunt. And it was a tough way for Davis going against 2 6'8" guys. And that brings the end of the first half. Taylor led the entire way outside of that 3-2 spurt where they trailed. It's a 36-25 Taylor lead at the break. When we come back, it's time for the BSN Sports Halftime Report. That's next here on the Trojan Sports Network.
When you need the fuel to be your nephew's #1 fan, Holiday Inn Express. We're there, so you can be too.
Ivanhoe's has been serving Taylor students since 1965, when Ivan and Carol Slane purchased the restaurant. Located on Main Street, Ivanhoe's is less than a mile from the Taylor campus and is open 7 days a week. The menu features choices for lunch, dinner, as well as 100 different milkshakes and sundaes. Customers can find other dessert items as well. The staff is proud to support Taylor University and appreciates the support of Ivanhoe's through the years.
What limits you? Too small, too old, insecure, broken. You have no limits. Rethink your limits.
It's true. Many of us spend more time thinking about what's for dinner than thinking about retirement. But if you think your retirement needs deserve more attention, we agree, and we'd like to help. Your local Edward Jones financial advisors, Ryan Jones, Mark Sieglin, Rob Sisson, and Adam Sieglin, can help you get started today. They are proud corporate partners of Taylor University Athletics. Edward Jones, making sense of investing.
If you get sick, you can trust that we will take care of you. As a Magnet-designated healthcare system, our expert team will create a personalized plan to get you back on your feet. Marion Health. Great care from great people.
Join the Trojan Club today and support Taylor student athletes 12 months a year. The Trojan Club has 4 different levels of membership for you to choose from. Each level receives complimentary season tickets, while the Athletic Director's Circle and Trojan MVP levels receive gifts from the athletic department. Over the years, members have helped supply the funds for a sports information position, purchasing equipment for teams and the athletic training staff, and providing broadcasts of Trojan athletics like the one you're enjoying right now. With the support of alumni and friends, the Taylor combination of spiritual growth, outstanding academics, and a highly competitive intercollegiate athletic program can continue. To join, call 765-998-4331 or log on to TaylorTrojans.com and click on the Trojan Club tab at the top of the homepage. The Trojan Club, supporting Taylor University student athletes.
Life to the full for me looks like approaching every conversation as if it is for the kingdom and to the glory of God.
Life to the full to me means being present where your 2 feet are at.
When I think of life to the full, I think of joy, especially the Taylor body, the Taylor community, what Taylor has to offer.
The way we're equipping students to live life to the full is that we're helping them have a global humility.
There are so many things at Taylor that are preparing me to live life to the full. I love doing research and engaging in projects within my major, computer science, so I could go from programming one minute to doing a Bollywood dance and performing as part of Mosaic Night the next.
We have a lot of opportunity here to help students and to equip them to live life full now and well beyond their years at Taylor, and part of that is the intentionality we have with developing relationships with one another.
I'm experiencing life to the full at Taylor through the different opportunities that Taylor allows us to learn about different cultures, people, and places.
I love that we get to do chapel together 3 times a week. Nobody takes attendance. Nobody tells me I have to be there, but I get to be there.
I think I see that in sports, on the football field, in the throwing ring, in classes, and also in student leadership positions.
I experience life to the full at chapel because I get to play in a chapel band. And I get to sit up there and play piano and glorify God with one of my gifts.
The community gives me a sense of life to the full in that I get to see students go through their 4 years here, develop as intellectuals and scholars, be prepared for their vocations, and go out into the world and influence the world for Christ.
'94 to '98, and it was a very transformational time for me and my wife that went to Taylor as well. And for us, Taylor, I kind of look at Taylor as a place you go, not to go get a job after 4 years, but it really is like a 40-year preparation of your life. And I tell my Taylor stories all the time to the point where my employees are probably sick of it. I kind of look at the basketball team and I look at Josh and I think he's the right guy, and I like to support the right guy. I think the core of what they have is really good. Josh has been developing men, and I think that's really important at a school like a Taylor to think of it as winning basketball games and competing at a high level. but also developing people so that they can go on in the world and make things happen. I look at the student experience at Taylor right now. It's as high as it's ever been. It's off the charts. And so when I think about prospective kids and the kids that we have, I look at it and say, you can't beat a good program with a really good school.
The Montage Financial Group at UBS is the official sponsor of Taylor University men's basketball.
Back inside a buzzing Odell Arena on the campus of Taylor University in Upland, Indiana. This is the BSN Sports Halftime Report. At the break is Taylor leading Miami Hamilton 36-25. Taylor shot the ball beautifully in the first half, even when you factor in their struggles from three. The Trojans were 58% from the field, making 15 of their 26 first half shots. They were just 4 for 11 from three, and they were 2 of 3 from the free throw line. On the other side for Miami Hamilton, they were 38% from the field, 11 of 29. They were 2 of 8 from 3 and 1 of 2 on free throw attempts. Rebounds were about even. Taylor had the slight edge at 15-13. But Miami Hamilton had one more offensive rebound than Taylor did, 3-2. Turnovers were Taylor 6, 5 of them for Miami Hamilton. The Trojans had almost as double many assists as the visitors did, 7-4. Other numbers of note, Miami Hamilton better off the turnover. They outscored Taylor in that category 9-4. But Taylor dominated points in the paint, scoring 20 of their 36 first half points in the painted area and outscoring Miami Hamilton by 10. Second chance points went the way of the visitors at 3-2, and Taylor doubled up Miami Hamilton in fast break points at 4-2. No ties. We had 2 lead changes. It was a 3-2 Miami Hamilton lead after the Wildermuth 3, and then Taylor has been leading ever since. The Trojans' biggest lead of the first half was 13 points. We'll take a 1-minute timeout, and when we come back, we'll look at the individual stats here on the BSN Sports Halftime Report.
Greek's Pizzeria in Upland opened its doors in December of 2017. Over the years, there have been more than 140 Greeks opened across the country, with 24 Indiana locations. When it comes to pizza, Greeks offers customers the option to create their own pizza or to try one of Greek's specialized pizzas. Greeks uses fresh, homemade, hand-tossed dough, Greek's Italian sauce, select blended cheeses, gourmet toppings, and the same method of preparation since the first restaurant opened in 1969. The kitchen can also whip up a sandwich served on fresh French-style bread, or it can put that sandwich into a pizza shell wrap. Customers can also add breadsticks or French-style bread as a side item. Greeks also offers a selection of salads and assorted dressings as well. Greeks is located just off Main Street in Upland and is a proud supporter of Taylor University Athletics. Greek's Pizzeria. It's our taste.
Back on the BSN Sports Halftime Report, time to take a look at the individual stats from our first half of play. Taylor had one of the 2 players in double figures. It was Anton Webb on 4 of 5 shooting. He was also 2 of 3 from the line for Taylor's only free throw attempts and makes in the first half. A bevy of guys, 4 other guys in the first half, had at least 5 points for the Trojans. They were all starters, 6 apiece from Caden Furman and Caleb Hodson, 5 aside from Yoon and Olam. 2 apiece off the bench for Grant Niehaus and Wes Hunt, and that was it for the Trojans, scoring in the first half with Carson Miller and Isaiah Day playing, but not scoring in the first 20 minutes. Taylor again without starting point guard Jackson Lewis tonight for the second straight game. On the other side for Miami Hamilton, their top scorer Ryan Marshall didn't leave the floor in the first half. He finished with a game-high 12 points on 6 of 10 shooting. He was 6 of 8 from inside the arc after missing both of his threes. After that, no one else had more than 4 points for Miami Hamilton. Corey Davis had the 4, then 3 aside from the rest of their 3 starters: Cody Lance, Josh Wildermuth, and Michael Keehan. Aiden Turner, Ryder Thompson, and Josh Scantlin all played off the bench in the first half, but did not score. Leading rebounder in the game was Taylor's Anton Webb with 7, all on the defensive end. Corey Davis had 5 for Miami Hamilton. Taylor had 3 players with 2 assists. Those would be Olam, Furman, and Niehaus off the bench. No one with more than 1 assist on the floor on the night for Miami Hamilton. Both teams back on the floor as we get ready to kick off and tip off things in our second half tonight. This has been the BSN Sports Halftime Report. At the break, it's Taylor leading Miami Hamilton 36-25. When we come back, we have the first plays of the second half. That's coming up next here on the Trojan Sports Network. Remember, men's basketball on the Trojan Sports Network, presented by UBS.
When you need the fuel to be your nephew's #1 fan, Holiday Inn Express, we're there so you can be too.
Ivanhoe's has been serving Taylor students since 1965, when Ivan and Carol Slane purchased the restaurant. Located on Main Street, Ivanhoe's is less than a mile from the Taylor campus and is open 7 days a week. The menu features choices for lunch, dinner, as well as 100 different milkshakes and sundaes. Customers can find other dessert items as well. The staff is proud to support Taylor University and appreciates the support of Ivanhoe's through the years.
What limits you? Too small, too old, insecure, broken. You have no limits. Rethink your limits.
It's true. Many of us spend more time thinking about what's for dinner than thinking about retirement. But if you think your retirement needs deserve more attention, we agree, and we'd like to help. Your local Edward Jones financial advisors, Ryan Jones, Mark Sieglin, Rob Sisson, and Adam Sieglin, can help you get started today. They are proud corporate partners of Taylor University Athletics. Edward Jones, making sense of investing.
If you get sick, you can trust that we will take care of you. As a Magnet-designated healthcare system, our expert team will create a personalized plan to get you back on your feet. Marion Health. Great care from great people.
Ivanhoe's has been serving Taylor students since 1965, when Ivan and Carol Slane purchased the restaurant. Located on Main Street, Ivanhoe's is less than a mile from the Taylor campus and is open 7 days a week. The menu features choices for lunch, dinner, as well as 100 different milkshakes and sundaes. Customers can find other dessert items as well. The staff is proud to support Taylor University and appreciates the support of Ivanhoe's through the years.
Miami Hamilton gets the ball to start the second half. They go from left to right in red with the black numbers and the black letters, trailing by 11. Starters on the floor for both teams. Nice drive down the paint. Wildermuth stops. His shot almost got to 30. Pretty much threw an alley-oop off the glass, and it was gathered in by Davis, who laid it home. Corey Davis, Ryan Marshall, Cody Lance, Josh Wildermuth, and Michael Keehan. The five starters back on the floor to start the second half for Miami Hamilton. It's Anton Webb, Gavin Yoon, Jackson Olam, Caleb Hodson, and Caden Furman. Triple team on Hodson. He put it up, missed it, but he got fouled, and he's going to the line for two. Not a ton of fouls in the first half, just 5 between the two teams. Second one on Michael Keehan, and here's Hodson in the line for 2. 6'10 junior transfer out of Central Michigan University, a ministry major here at TU. Shooting 67% from the line in his first year in Upland, and the first free throw for the 6'10 man is good. It was he who reached out to head coach Josh Andrews. Caleb Hodson left a voicemail on the 11th year head coach's voicemail in his office. And that's how the recruiting started of Hodson. Caleb knocks them both down. And Taylor out of the gates. They lead 38 here to 27. Less than a minute gone here in the first half. As Hamilton goes from left to right. Pass from Marshall was zipped out of bounds, trying to connect with Wildermuth. 6th turnover of the ball game here for Miami Hamilton. Taylor has not done a good job of scoring off the turnover tonight, just 4 off of those miscues. Olam runs the point, again starting for the second straight game, subbing in for the injured starter Jackson Lewis. The hope is to get Lewis back on Friday. Down the left side of the lane into a triple team. Webb doesn't care. He spins it off the glass. It was tapped into Hodson's hands, and the big man puts it in off the glass. Hodson has scored Taylor's first 4 points of half number 2. The Trojan lead is 13, and Hodson is the second Trojan in double figures along with Webb. Each with 10 points, they've almost matched the point total put out by Hamilton, who's got 27, as Marshall leads them with 12 as he weaves and bobs on the far side. Into the near corner, and Davis bluffs a 3 with Hodson defending. He lobbed it. The problem was the man that wanted it, Lance, turned around, came back and got it, rises over Olam, but it hits the glass and nothing else. But they get Olam for a foul on the forearm, and that's why Lance's shot went darting off the glass. Second one on Olam, the Taylor point guard. And going to the line for a pair is Lance, where he's already been there once tonight. Lance 1 for 2, and now 2 for 3. He has taken every free throw of the night for Miami Hamilton. In case you're wondering what a harrier is, it is one of several species of a type of hawk. And they characteristically hunt by flying low over open ground, feeding on small mammals, reptiles, and birds. There's a no. If you ever want to know what a harrier was, there you go. Lance makes both free throws. He's got 5 points, and it's back to an 11-point deficit here for Hamilton. Shimmying and driving down the lane. Then Furman threw it into the end of the bench as Yoon went to the left, and Furman threw it to where he was standing at. $11-point hole for Miami Hamilton. Their biggest deficit of the night has been 13. Near sideline Lance as Hamilton shoots on the basket to our right. Ball kicked to the far side, and Davis holding the ball off his right hip now dribbles once. Keehan between the circles, guarded by Taylor's Furman in the man-to-man. To the mid-post right, and Marshall backs out of the right side circle. 9 to shoot, and Wildermuth goes to the baseline right, and Lance spins on Olam, who got help from Hodson. Floating the pass up top, just a step out of the reach of Furman. And with 1 second on the shot clock, Furman got both hands on the belly of Michael Keehan. Second on Caden, so both Olam and Furman have all 4 fouls called on the Trojans in the game tonight, tasked to their names. After playing great half-court defense, the late foul bails out Miami Hamilton, and they have a fresh 20 to work with from the near sideline. Davis sets the screen. They got Marshall free on the off ball off the near sideline inbounds. And the clock didn't start. The Taylor students want to travel. They're not going to get it. And the shot clock now, Riz saying 19, but I got a couple more seconds. Got to tick off that bad boy. Crew Chief David George going over and talking with our Sports Information Director Jake Walbaum, a.k.a. Wally. So the shot clock now to 15 as Keehan set to deal it in from the near side. Two-hand chest pass into Lance, who bluffs a pass back to the inbounder. Skipping far side on the flare to Marshall, left corner Keehan. Bluffs a 3, dancing on the end line. It was tapped away by Furman, then sliding in and taking out Olam's legs was the aforementioned Keehan. Good hands by Furman and Hodson to jar the ball loose. And a little bit of perspiration has got to be mopped up by Ryan Brown, pole vaulter extraordinaire. They did not whistle a foul. They said just because Keehan's body was out of bounds, it goes back to Taylor. Webb, one-hand whip, right sideline three. Furman, splash. After missing his first three of the night, Furman has made 3 in a row. He's got 9, and the Trojan lead is a game-high 14 at 43-29. 3 minutes gone here in half number 2. Wildermuth off to Marshall, who's yet to score. Webb switches to him. That's 5'8" versus 6'8". And Marshall gives it away before trying to take Webb to the rack. Webb stays on him as Marshall gets it out near the volleyball line with 7 to get a shot away. Thought about a step back, left side high 3. Davis chucks one up, short off the left side, and Webb rips down his first rebound in the second half to give him 8. Lance tries to track him down. Webb thinks about going wall to wall. Skips to Furman, wants a 3 from this side of the floor. It skips up and drops, and that's 4 made 3s in a row for Caden Furman. Third Trojan in double figures with 12, and then Taylor starting to blow this thing open. They lead 46-29. Again, almost 4 minutes gone here in the second half. It's a 10-4 second half start for the home team. Davis snuck away from Hodson, got into the air and missed the reverse layup as it was made challenged by Hodson. Davis dives on the floor, and a timeout taken by Miami Hamilton as no Trojans were able to get on the ball as Davis turtled over it. And that brings us to a timeout on the floor. It's a 30-second timeout for make it a full timeout for Miami Hamilton. Thought they used that one in the first half either way. We head to the break here. Taylor up by 46-29.
Join the Trojan Club today and support Taylor student athletes 12 months a year. The Trojan Club has 4 different levels of membership for you to choose from. Each level receives complimentary season tickets, while the Athletic Director's Circle and Trojan MVP levels receive gifts from the athletic department. Over the years, members have helped supply the funds for a sports information position, purchasing equipment for teams and the athletic training staff, and providing broadcasts of Trojan athletics like the one you're enjoying right now. With the support of alumni and friends, the Taylor combination of spiritual growth, outstanding academics, and a highly competitive intercollegiate athletic program can continue. To join, call 765-998-4331 or log on to TaylorTrojans.com and click on the Trojan Club tab at the top of the homepage. The Trojan Club, supporting Taylor University student athletes.
$16 minutes, 10 seconds remaining here in the second half. Taylor has jumped out to a 10-4 start here in half number 2. They lead Miami Hamilton 46-29. 1 second to shoot for the Harriers as Davis was able to fall under the ball. So it'll be up to quick hitter here for Hamilton as Keehan set to deal it in from the near baseline. Webb will guard the inbounds pass as he takes a couple steps back. Keehan wanted to go down low. Marshall off of 1 foot, and he hit it, falling away on the baseline to our right. Splendidly done by Ryan Marshall with 1 second to get a shot away. That brings Hamilton to within 15. 4 minutes gone here in half 2. Wes Hunt has made his first second half appearance. He holds on the right side. Ball tapped away from behind by Marshall, who dives on the floor, gathers it in, but as he gets back to his knees, they'll get Hunt for the foul as he went up and over Marshall. And it's the foul on the 6'8" big man. Wes is first, the third one on Taylor here in half 2. Ryan Brown and his mop out to go get rid of that perspiration on the floor. And he quickly jogs back to his seat. You'll see him flying through the air in a few short months in the indoor and outdoor track and field seasons. An all-league pick from a year ago. Much like the flying Walindas, he can soar through the air with the greatest of ease, Ryan Brown can. Keehan set to spin this one in from the near side. Volleyball line Marshall, who leads the game with a game-high 14 points. The problem for him is no one else has come to the party here from his Miami Hamilton teammates. Marshall has it far sideline, defended by Yoon and Taylor man-to-man. Marshall jabs and gives off to Keehan. And now up top to the newcomer, Ryder Thompson. Played briefly in the first half, played just 5 minutes. Marshall drives, finds an open Wildermuth from the right side, whose 3 is perfect. Second 3 of the night for Josh Wildermuth, his first scoring since the opening possession of the ball game. And Hamilton on back-to-back on a 5-0 run, out of the timeout. They now have the deficit down to 12. Webb at a behind-the-back dribble. It bounces all the way to the far side through about 3 or 4 guys as there are multiple men falling on the floor. Grant Niehaus is coming for Taylor. Webb at 6'8", holds the ball of his head. Backdoor cut Niehaus, ball tapped Webb. He goes right to the rack, lays it up, and then flexes as there's nothing that Michael Keehan could do to stop Anton Webb. 12 for Webb, and we've reached a media timeout. Free throw for Webb coming out of the break. Taylor's lead up to 14, 48-34, here on the Trojan Sports Network.
Join the Trojan Club today and support Taylor student athletes 12 months a year. The Trojan Club has 4 different levels of membership for you to choose from. Each level receives complimentary season tickets, while the Athletic Director's Circle and Trojan MVP levels receive gifts from the athletic department. Over the years, members have helped supply the funds for a sports information position, purchasing equipment for teams and the athletic training staff, and providing broadcasts of Trojan athletics like the one you're enjoying right now. With the support of alumni and friends, the Taylor combination of spiritual growth, outstanding academics, and a highly competitive intercollegiate athletic program can continue. To join, call 765-998-4331 or log on to TaylorTrojans.com and click on the Trojan Club tab at the top of the homepage. The Trojan Club, supporting Taylor University student athletes.
With the all-star crew of director, producer Bryn Butchkowski, camera operator Natalie Minerick. Rick Johnson here with you. 14:55 left to play in the second half. The foul before the break was on Michael Keehan of Miami Hamilton. It's his third. And Anton Webb to the line, trying to complete a second and one of the night, and he does. He's got a baker's dozen in points, and he's 3 of 4 from the stripe. He's 2 boards away. Anton is from another double-double this year. And Taylor's got the lead up to 15 after a quick burst from Miami Hamilton. Left side high, Wildermuth. Thompson thinks about a straightaway 3, thinks about it and misses off the right side of the rim and off the glass and nothing but glass. Rebounded by Furman to Webb. Jump stop, angles to the right side of the lane. Furman claps, gets, trying to make 5 threes in a row. He didn't get it, but it's waved off on an offensive foul of Wes Hunt. Wes trying to get an explanation. He is perplexed, shocked, and bewildered. As referee Jordan Beam saying that Wes chicken winged the cutter, and that's what sent the Miami Hamilton players sprawling and flying over to the far side of the floor. Hamilton in the road red, black jerseys and shorts, the black numbers and the black letters. Again, looking like the Chicago Bulls road red uniforms. Taylor counters in the home whites with the purple numbers and purple letters. Davis, perimeter left, right hand bounce, hair bouncing and flapping with every step. Right hand short shot, no good. And it's rebounded by Hunt of Taylor. Up the right side, Yoon. But Taylor leading by 15, 6 minutes played here in the second. Near sideline, Furman. Fakes to his right, now goes back to his right. Down the lane, draws 3, kick to Niehaus. Step into straightaway 3, Yoon. Splash off the back of the rim. Second triple for Gavin Yoon. He's got 8. And the Trojans starting to catch fire from 3. That's their 7th made triple of the night. They're 50% from downtown, and their lead is a game-high 18. Driving on the other end and knifing his way to the rack is Wildermuth with the right hand from the left side of the rim. Nice job by Wildermuth. Yoon to the right block. Hunt overpowering the shorter Davis with a turnaround right hand at the rack. 2 buckets for Hunt, his second of the second half. And it's a 54-36 Taylor advantage. 7 minutes played here in the second. Keehan, perimeter right, defended by Furman in the Taylor man-to-man. Mismatched shoes, a blue and an orange one on the near side for Ryder Thompson. Keehan, shoes the same color, but misses an air ball off the right side. And an air ball on the near side, and now he'll hear it from the Taylor students. Keehan just 1 of 5 from range tonight. As Isaiah Day makes his first second half appearance for Taylor. Talented freshman out of Middletown, Ohio. The Trojans played Miami Middletown on Silent Night a year ago. They'll play Great Lakes Christian here in 2023. Miami Hamilton, by the way, 8 minutes away from injured Jackson Lewis's home. Hunt drives, lost it, got it back, missed a right-hand scoop, and Davis there to clean the glass for Hamilton. His 8th rebound of the night, tied with Taylor's Anton Webb for game-high honors. Just over 7 minutes played here in the second half. Nice backdoor cut, but an offensive foul. Was the man that caught the pass or the man that screened to get him free? No, it was the guy that caught the pass, Josh Scantlin. There's a reason he was so free coming down the middle of the lane. His first, the third on Miami Hamilton, as Caleb Hodson enters for the Trojans. So it's Hodson, Yoon, Niehaus, Day, and Furman, with Niehaus and Day the only 2 non-Taylor starters. Mark Watson for the first time tonight. Mark Watson Jr., in here for Miami Hamilton, his first showing of the night, along with Davis, Thompson, Marshall in the 1-3-1 zone, and Scantlin for Miami Hamilton. Niehaus had it poked away. Furman gets it back, and out of the far sideline they go on Yoon. Niehaus cuts, fade away off of 1 foot from the free throw line, no good. Off the front rim, and Scantlin snatches the rebound in traffic. Marshall stomps on the brakes as he and the Harriers go from left to right, trying to slow down the hot-shooting Taylor Trojans, who are 62% from the floor for the game. An 18-point hole here for Hamilton. 8 minutes played in the second half. Marshall bangs in a long 3 and sticks his tongue out as he looks at the cheerleaders to our left. First 3 of the night for Ryan Marshall. He's got a game-high 17. Still waiting for some folks in red to join the party with him as he brings Hamilton to within 15. Hodson, double team, nice spin move. Almost knocked it free, got it back. Yoon cuts, jetsons, pulls up from 15 feet. Cash from the baseline left. Yoon, the 4th Trojan in double figures. He's got an even 10, and the Taylor lead back to 17. 11.5 minutes remaining here in the second half, as Scantlin holds on the near side. Watson Jr. holds over his head back to the red-hot Marshall. Bluffs the 3, drives, and he got pushed off his spot. Foul on the floor against either Yoon or Furman. Subs coming in too quick. Shucking the cutter was Gavin Yoon. First on him, 5th on Taylor in the half. Oldham back on for Taylor. Wildermuth returns for Miami Hamilton along with Cody Lance, who haven't seen in a while. Lance, Marshall, Wildermuth, Watson Jr., and Scantlin, the 5 for Miami Hamilton. Yoon, Niehaus, Olam, Hodson, and Day, the 5 to counter for Taylor. Day almost gets a 5-second inbounds call, but Watson Jr. deals it in right before his 5 seconds expired. On top of the Paul Patterson Court logo on the near side is where Wildermuth spins it. Then back to the near side and Watson Jr. Wanted to go to Wildermuth in the paint, couldn't get it to him. Olam trying to deny the ball to Marshall, but they still get it to him on the center jump circle. 2 to shoot. Marshall rises for a 3, and he misses it high off the glass. It didn't hit the rim. That thing was over the rim, hit the glass, and that should be a shot clock violation. Or is it? They're going to say that thing hit the rim. And if it hit the rim, it was by the slimmest of slim margins. Microscopic even. So either way, the shot clock resets to 17 on the slimmest of shot clock resets you'll see in your life. 56-39, the deficit for Miami Hamilton with 10:52 left to play in the second half. Marshall right past Olam, left-hand floater off the glass and hit nothing else. Niehaus has the rebound, starts a 3-on-3 break. Tight quarters to Yoon, who lost it. And then the ball out of bounds, or is it going to be a charge on Yoon? Yep. It looks like it's going to be a charge on Yoon as Keehan was there waiting for him just outside the restricted area. Actually make it on Niehaus, not on Yoon. It was Niehaus the one that dealt it away and then got called for the charge. 6-1 on Taylor, not even halfway home in the second half, and the Trojans in danger of putting Hamilton in the bonus here in the second half after we had just 5 combined fouls in the first half. It's a 17-point hole for Miami Hamilton, shooting just 38% from the floor of the Harriers tonight. Wildermuth trying to back down Niehaus. He doesn't let him budge. Near side Watson Jr. gives up a ton of inches to Hodson, trying to get away on the left block. Pivots and floats it out to Marshall, quickly in the hands of Wildermuth, who catch and shoots a three that glances off the glass and nothing else. Men diving on the floor for the loose ball. Tie up, held ball going back to Taylor. As Hodson for Taylor and Watson Jr. were the ones fighting for it on the floor to our right. Yoon out, Furman in for the Trojans, and a full timeout called, and we reach immediate timeouts. 10:17 to go in the second half. Taylor leading by 17 here on the Trojan Sports Network.
94-98, and it was a very transformational time for me and my wife. That went to Taylor as well, and for us, Taylor, I kind of look at Taylor as a place you go, not to go get a job after 4 years, but it really is like a 40-year preparation of your life. And I tell my Taylor stories all the time, to the point where my employees are probably sick of it. I kind of look at the basketball team and I look at Josh and I think he's the right guy, and I like to support the right guy. I think the core of what they have is really good. Josh has been developing men, and I think that's really important at a school like a Taylor, to think of it as winning basketball games and competing at a high level, but also developing people so that they can go on to the world and make things happen. I look at the student experience at Taylor right now. It's as high as it's ever been. It's off the charts. And so when I think about prospective kids and the kids that we have, I look at it and say, you can't beat a good program with a really good school.
The Montage Financial Group at UBS is the official sponsor of Taylor University men's basketball.
I'd like to remind you that Taylor men's basketball is brought to you by UBS. And in case you're wondering, we do have a bird expert on staff here at Taylor University. That would be women's soccer head coach Scott Stan. He would like to remind you that the characteristic rolling or twisting flight pattern of a harrier is found on the northern harrier. That can be found in Indiana. And we thank head coach Scott Stan for his help in the bird trivia tonight. We're here to entertain and inform. And we hope you got both tonight. Out of the media timeout, Taylor's still trying to build on this 17-point lead. They've been stuck on 56 for a while. Olam catches a floating pass right side, wheels in with 9. His pass kicked out of bounds, trying to find Furman on the near side arc. 8 to shoot for the Trojans, as Taylor 7 of 10 shooting here in the second half. It's bumped that game-high percentage up to 62%. Olam finds a crashing Niehaus, left block. His shot deleted from behind by Cody Lance of Miami Hamilton. The Trojans come up empty on that possession. Again, their lead remains at 17. Left side high, Watson Jr. on the hash mark. Left wing, this is Marshall driving, poking at a Niehaus, spin over Olam, good for another one. And the 5'8 senior Ryan Marshall trying to put Miami Hamilton on his back with a game-high 19 points on 9 of 15 shooting. To within 15 are the Harriers. Thinking about a long two, Niehaus steps in a little bit closer and he makes a right wing J. Second basket of the night for Grant Niehaus. And the Taylor lead quickly back up to 17. Lance on the right side, just 1 of 4 shooting tonight for the guard. Keehan back defended by Day. Into the corner and Lance against the Taylor man-to-man. Now here's Marshall, who's been carving up Taylor tonight with Olam defending. Left-hand bounce, spinning back, mid-post right, jump shot. Just a hair off, but Watson Jr. has the offensive rebound for Miami Hamilton. Keehan fires a 3 off the front rim, hits the floor, and Lance snatches the rebound here for Hamilton. Shot clock resets to 20. Good back-to-back offensive rebounds for the visitors. Jetting it in against the Trojans. Lance, turn away, fade away. Jump shot good from the league logo. 7 for Cody Lance, 4 here in the second half. Miami Hamilton back to within 15 with 8 minutes remaining here in the second half. Day against the 2-3 zone of Miami Hamilton finds Furman, who drives. His pass deflected as he tried to find Hodson. Keehan slides and takes it up off the parquet. 11th turnover of the night for the Trojans. Miami Hamilton has scored 12 off the previous 10 giveaways. Far corner to Watson Jr. holds the ball at his waist. Now to Marshall. Ball spun back to the near side and Wildermuth. Lance throws it to nobody. Intercepted on the far side by Taylor's Jackson Olam. 13 in white brings up the right side. Now veers in the middle. Jumps in the air. Pass deflected. Furman able to gather it in. Caden dribbles near the volleyball line. Taylor leading by 15 with 7.5 minutes remaining in the second half. Far sideline, Day. Back to the 2-3 zone goes Miami Hamilton. Olam trying to bust it, and he does with a perimeter left three. Second triple of the night for Jackson Olam. He's got 8. Taylor takes a timeout, leading 61-43 with 7:24 left to play in this one.
Ivanhoe's has been serving Taylor students since 1965, when Ivan and Carol Slane purchased the restaurant. Located on Main Street, Ivanhoe's is less than a mile from the Taylor campus and is open 7 days a week. The menu features choices for lunch, dinner, as well as 100 different milkshakes and sundaes. Customers can find other dessert items as well. The staff is proud to support Taylor University and appreciates the support of Ivanhoe's through the years.
Taylor 9 for 13 from the field here in the second half. Miami Hamilton on the other side, they are just 7 of 18. The Trojans have outscored the Harriers 25-18 here after the break, and their lead is currently at a game-high tying 18. Almost 7 minutes left to play in this one. The deadly Marshall spins it off to Davis, who came in during the timeout for Miami Hamilton. Mid-post left, Lance, defended by Furman. Tries to back him down with the right hand. Fades away again, and another basket good for Lance as he starts doing some talking back to the Taylor defense. Back-to-back buckets for Lance from pretty much the same spot on the floor, first against Olam and now Furman. 16-point hole for the Harriers. Hunt skips a pass. Olam taps to the red-hot Caden Furman, whose three is just a whisker long from the perimeter left. First miss for Furman after making 4 in a row. And Miami Hamilton comes back to the right in red, trailing 61-45. 6.5 left to play. Open three, and the third one down for Josh Wildermuth. He's 3 of 3 from range, and he's the second Harrier in double digits. And Miami Hamilton, the closest they've been in some time, now trailing by 13. Here was 6:20 and counting in the second half. Olam dumps it into Webb, who came in during the timeout. Open Furman to the near corner. Isaiah Day measures a 3. It was halfway down and out. Hunt got the rebound and got fouled by one of 2 Harrier players. Good look from the freshman Day in the left corner. Just couldn't get it to go as it reversed and spun out. Yoon in for Taylor, replacing Olam. So it's Day, Yoon, Furman, Webb, and Hunt against Davis, Lance, Marshall, Wildermuth, and Keehan, the starting 5 for Hamilton. Powering up, but knocked out of his hands by Marshall was Webb. Marshall doesn't have the number, so he veers off to the left and waits for reinforcements as Hamilton trying to cut the deficit down to 10 or 11. It'd be the closest they've been since the first half. Wildermuth misses a 3 left side, but it's off the floor and rebounded by Davis. Excellent spin move, and his left-hand finish kisses off the glass and home. A violent spin move from Davis after getting the offensive rebound. And Taylor head coach Josh Andrews wants to talk about it with his team's lead trimmed down to 11, 61-50, with 5:45 left to go here in this second half of play.
What limits you? Too small, too old, insecure, broken. You have no limits. Rethink your limits.
It's true. Many of us spend more time thinking about what's for dinner than thinking about retirement. But if you think your retirement needs deserve more attention, we agree, and we'd like to help. Your local Edward Jones financial advisors, Ryan Jones, Mark Sieglin, Rob Sisson, and Adam Sieglin, can help you get started today. They are proud corporate partners of Taylor University Athletics. Edward Jones, making sense of investing.
An 11-5 burst here for Miami. Hamilton has them to within 11. It's the closest they've been since trailing by 11 to start this second half. At 36-25, it's currently 61-50. Each team with 25 points scored here in half two. Out of the timeout, Niehaus looks into that 1-3-1 zone for Miami Hamilton. Hunt on the left wing, 2 6'8" guys out there with Webb. Taylor, though, can't get it into Webb with 9 to shoot. Yoon around a Hunt screen on the left side. They deny a pass to Hunt, then Yoon whips it to Niehaus. Fakes a three, got Marshall to bite, step in, 10-footer good. Make it an 18-footer for Grant Niehaus. A long two drops for the Trojans and a big bucket to push their lead back to 13 at 63-50. Almost 5 minutes left to go in this one. Davis and Miami Hamilton from left to right. Wildermuth get away from Webb, but he missed a point-blank shot, and the ball tapped to Furman of the Trojans. Just 1 rebound for Webb here in the second half after gobbling up 7 in the first 20 minutes. He's got at the top of the key. He fires a three. It's off the right side of the rim, and Davis gets another rebound here for Miami Hamilton tonight. That's his 10th one to lead the game. Still down by 13 on the Harriers, and a good showing looking for their second win of the year. They come in 1-1. Davis got away from Hunt and lays it in with the right hand, and Davis now has the double-double with 10 points and a game-high 10 boards. And back to within 11 come the Harriers. On the right block, Hunt up and over Davis, who blocked his shot. On the baseline, Webb fighting for it. He learns out of room, and Webb stepped out of bounds when he had the ball between his mitts, and it's going back to Miami Hamilton. And that brings us to our final media timeout here of the second half. 4:21 left to go in this one. Taylor once had an 18-point lead. It's been trimmed down to 11. Hamilton with the ball out of the stoppage here on the Trojan Sports Network.
Join the Trojan Club today and support Taylor student athletes 12 months a year. The Trojan Club has 4 different levels of membership for you to choose from. Each level receives complimentary season tickets, while the Athletic Director's Circle and Trojan MVP levels receive gifts from the athletic department. Over the years, members have helped supply the funds for a sports information position, purchasing equipment for teams and the athletic training staff, and providing broadcasts of Trojan athletics like the one you're enjoying right now. With the support of alumni and friends, the Taylor combination of spiritual growth, outstanding academics, and a highly competitive intercollegiate athletic program can continue. To join, call 765-998-4331 or log on to TaylorTrojans.com and click on the Trojan Club tab at the top of the homepage. The Trojan Club, supporting Taylor University student athletes.
4 minutes, 21 seconds left to play here in the second half. Good burst from Miami Hamilton to make Taylor sweat a little bit. But they were trying to run away and hide, building up a game-high lead of 18. Since then, it's been cut down to 11 a couple of times, which is where it currently sits. Timeout situation looks like this. We're out of media timeouts. 2:30s for Miami Hamilton, and Taylor has their one full timeout left. Davis, perimeter left side high. Off to the red-hot Ryan Marshall has a game-high 19 points. Hamilton with the ball, trailing by 11, trying to get their first single-digit deficit since way early in the first half. Lance spins, Oldham pokes at it. Help comes from Niehaus. Now Niehaus backs away, got his hands in the passing lane. Deflected to Marshall, whose right-hand scoop dances off. Davis was right there at the rim, but he couldn't put it in from point-blank range. Marshall had the ball knocked right to his mitts, and now Taylor tries to build on their 11-point lead. Right to the rack goes Furman, who hangs and flings to Yoon. Ball spun around the arc near side. Niehaus attacks again from the perimeter left. His right-hand layup was no good, but Webb's there for the rebound. He's got the double-double. He's got 2 more as he overpowers Harrier defenders below him. 15 for Webb to lead the way for the Trojans. He's got his second double-double here at home this year, and the Trojans' lead is back up to 13. 3:20 and winding here to go in the second half. Yoon now defends Marshall. Step back, contested three. Nope. Weak side rebound is Webb's. Marshall 1 of 4, now 1 of 5 from distance tonight. Taylor from right to left and white. Hamilton defends in the red. They go to the man-to-man look for the first time tonight. Now they slide back into the zone. A 3-2 zone here for Miami Hamilton. Less than 3 to play in this one. The Trojans know the clock is their friend with 7 to shoot. Olam, right side high 3, front rim short. Niehaus tried to back tap it out, and the ball scooped up off the floor by Marshall of Miami Hamilton. Taylor does 8 of 19 from 3. Their shooting percentage, which was once at 60%, is now down to the mid-50s. Not shabby, but not where it was when their lead was at 18. Marshall with an off-ball cut. He's got 21 as he continues to carve up Taylor tonight. A spectacular night for Ryan Marshall. And Hamilton down 65-54 with 2:20 remaining. Second half is where we sit. Taylor shoots on the goal to our left. Volleyball line, Olam. Backs it out, and now a man-to-man look here for Miami Hamilton. Olam off a screen, almost knocked away. His shot deterred out of bounds by Wildermuth. The 6'6 senior out of Tippecanoe High School in Ohio, very springy underneath. And Olam will deal it in with 7 seconds to get a shot away. On the near baseline, the ball handed to him by our crew chief, David George. Olam, tight quarters pass Webb. Nice step through and a two-hand flush. The ball slipped out of his hands as he went and put it into the rim. And now Webb grimacing a little bit as he goes back on the defensive end. 17 for Webb to lead the way for Taylor. The Trojan lead 13. Wildermuth trying to make it 10, and he does with a right side circle 3, his 4th triple of the night, as Wildermuth 4 of 5 from range. So don't look now, but Miami Hamilton's got it down to 10 with 95 seconds left to go. Taylor wisely knows the clock is their buddy as they try to drain as much as possible. Neither team in danger of shooting, or neither team in the bonus right now. Taylor has had 6 fouls committed. Olam, stop and pop 3 from the top. No good off the back of the rim long. And a rebound here for Marshall with 70 seconds left to play in this one. Wildermuth, left side, no, make a key hand for a triple, and he drains it. And a quick timeout for Miami Hamilton. And with 71 seconds left, the Harriers are down by 7, trying to make a huge comeback here in the last few moments. We'll take the timeout, 30-second variety with Michael Pite and his Harrier Ball Club. 67-60 their deficit with $1:11 left to play here.
It's true. Many of us spend more time thinking about what's for dinner than thinking about retirement. But if you think your retirement needs deserve more attention, we agree, and we'd like to help. Your local Edward Jones financial advisors, Ryan Jones, Mark Sieglin, Rob Sisson, and Adam Sieglin, can help you get started today. They are proud corporate partners of Taylor University Athletics. Edward Jones, making sense of investing.
What limits you? Too small, too old, insecure, broken. You have no limits. Rethink your limits.
So apparently we are using last year's timeout rules, thus all of the stoppages. A year ago, like we talked about, it was 6 timeouts per team, 2 30s and 4 fulls. You never lost any by going to the second half. This year, the rule was changed to go with the new 3 media timeouts of 10, sub 10, sub 15, sub 10, sub 5, with just 3 30s, a use it or lose it in there, and a full. So that's why we have all of the stoppages here tonight. A minute left to go here. Taylor leading by 7, but Miami Hamilton scorching right now as they've cut their once 18-point deficit down to 7. Taylor knows the clock again is their pal. Let's play the long game here in a 3-possession lead. Olam, right side, Euro step, got bumped on the way to the rack and laid it in and got the foul. Olam, the 4th Trojan, make it the 5th Trojan in double digits as he hopped and skipped his way to the rack. An and 1 for Olam. Taylor tonight is 5 of 6 from the stripe. And now 6 of 7. Olam with 11 points, and the Taylor lead is 10 with 46 seconds left to go here. Marshall wisely lets the ball roll up to him as he stands almost near midcourt. Far side Wildermuth has been red hot from three. Can't find one to drop. Yoon gets the rebound. He's hacked on the arms violently by Wildermuth. His first foul, just the 5th one on Miami Hamilton. As Wildermuth now 4 of 6 from downtown. He's been the best three-point shooter on the night. Tied with Furman, who's also 4 of 6. Wildermuth now 4 of 7. Shot clock resets to 30. It's an 8.5 difference between game and shot clock. Lance poking and slapping, getting more of the body of Caden Furman than the ball. And now free throw practice here for Furman as the Trojans are in the 1-and-1. 35 3/10 of a second separate Taylor from their 3rd win of the year out of the first 5 games. They will head east to Mount Vernon Nazarene coming up this weekend for a tournament before getting ready to open up Crossroads League play a week from Saturday on the 18th. Furman makes the first one. He's got a baker's dozen, and he's got one more free throw to come. Not a lot of free throws tonight for the Trojans, but they're 7 of 8. 11th year head coach Josh Andrews is going to like that. And Furman knocks them both down. He's got 14. Again, the Trojans had all 5 starters in double digits tonight, with Webb leading the way with 17. Marshall, who's got it, has a game-high 21, trying to get 24. His 3 is airmailed. Davis tries to save it, and he wrapped it around his body, and that meant the ball stayed out of bounds. The one blemish on Marshall's dance card tonight, just 1 of 6 from three-point distance. Shot clock turned off. We'll dribble out and play out these final 12 or 23 seconds as Taylor students gather their coats. Haven't really needed the coats too much. It was 70 degrees yesterday. It was 70 degrees today. It'll start getting cooler this weekend, and then it'll be fall football weather coming up on Saturday for our final football broadcast of the year. Odell Arena clapping it out for the final 3 seconds. And tonight, the Taylor Trojans get pressured from Miami Hamilton, where they come away victors by a 12-point margin of 72-60. We'll take a break, and when we come back, it's time for the Ivanhoe's postgame show. That's next here on the Trojan Sports Network.
Best One Tire and Auto Care Upland is proud to support Taylor University Athletics. Located at 148 South Main Street, Best One is open 6 days a week. Owner Mike Pearson and his staff offer replacement tires from brands like Bridgestone, Firestone, and Goodyear. Customers can also shop for tires from the comfort of their home by using the online Tire Finder. When it's time for mechanical repairs, Best One's ASE certified technicians can perform a wide range of services to get their customers back on the road. And those same technicians can do repairs on fleet vehicles as well. Taylor Athletics says thank you to Mike Pearson and everyone at Best One Tire and Auto Care Upland.
Greek's Pizzeria in Upland opened its doors in December of 2017. Over the years, there have been more than 140 Greeks opened across the country, with 24 Indiana locations. When it comes to pizza, Greeks offers customers the option to create their own pizza or to try one of Greek's specialized pizzas. Greeks uses fresh, homemade, hand-tossed dough, Greek's Italian sauce, select blended cheeses, gourmet toppings, and the same method of preparation since the first restaurant opened in 1969. The kitchen can also whip up a sandwich served on fresh French-style bread, or can put that sandwich into a pizza shell wrap. Customers can also add breadsticks or French-style bread as a side item. Greeks also offers a selection of salads and assorted dressings as well. Greeks is located just off Main Street in Upland and is a proud supporter of Taylor University Athletics. Greek's Pizzeria. It's our taste.
Ivanhoe's has been serving Taylor students since 1965, when Ivan and Carol Slane purchased the restaurant. Located on Main Street, Ivanhoe's is less than a mile from the Taylor campus and is open 7 days a week. The menu features choices for lunch, dinner, as well as 100 different milkshakes and sundaes. Customers can find other dessert items as well. The staff is proud to support Taylor University and appreciates the support of Ivanhoe's through the years.
What limits you? Too small, too old, insecure, broken. You have no limits. Rethink your limits.
When you need the fuel to be your nephew's #1 fan, Holiday Inn Express. We're there, so you can be too.
Welcome back to the Ivanhoe's, or again, not welcome back, welcome to the Ivanhoe's postgame show. We left, you didn't, we're here, now we're all together like a big happy family. Because we do our things for free on YouTube, and that's great. You don't want to pay to watch this. That's silly. Paying for things is dumb. There's your thing. We talked to you about birds. We talked about how things should be free. There you go. You want to talk basketball? Let's talk basketball. Taylor wins tonight 72-60. They got pressured in that second half. The Trojans shot the ball great in both halves, 52% in both, 58 in the first. They finished 55 for the game tonight. They're 8 of 20 from 3 for 40%. And they got to the line just 9 times, but they made 8 of them here on the evening. On the other side for Miami Hamilton, they shot 38% in the first half. They were better in the second, going 44%. They were 25 of 61 for the game tonight. They were 41% on the night. They were just 7 of 23 from 3, and they also got to the line sparingly, going 3 of 4. Rebound numbers, one better tonight for Taylor over Miami Hamilton, 28-27. Offensive rebound, though, is where the Hamilton Harriers made their hay tonight. They out-rebounded Taylor on the offensive glass 10-6, and that led to an 11-6 second-chance point differential for the visitors tonight. Assists, Taylor assisted on 13 of their 28 hoops. Miami Hamilton on 10 of their 25 baskets. Taylor had 2 blocks, 4 of them for Miami Hamilton. Individual scoring tonight for both teams. The starters carried the weight for both clubs tonight. Taylor had 5 in double figures. All 5 starters got to at least 10, with Anton Webb leading the way with 17 on 7 of 10 shooting. He was 7 of 9 inside the arc and 3 of 4 from the free throw line. 14 points for Caden Furman. He was 4 of 6 from 3. That was where all 4 of his made field goals came from. He was 0 of 1 on his lone 2-point shot, going 4 of 6 from downtown. 11 points for Jackson Olam on a couple of 3-point shots, 10 apiece for Gavin Yoon, who made 2 threes, and 10 for Caleb Hodson, who was very efficient tonight, 10 points in 17 minutes, 4 of 6 overall for the field for the 6'10 transfer from Central Michigan. Off the bench, Grant Niehaus had 6 points on 3 field goals, 4 points for Wes Hunt. Carson Miller and Isaiah Day both played, but did not score. On the other side for Miami Hamilton, they had their 3 double-figure scorers all in the starting lineup, led by Ryan Marshall, who played all 40 minutes for the visitors tonight. He had a game-high 21 points on 10 of 20 shooting. He was just 1 of 6 from 3, and he did not get to the line tonight, but made the Trojans pay with a lot of difficult off-ball cuts here tonight. 14 for Josh Wildermuth, who started to catch fire from 3. He was 4 of 7 from beyond the arc, 5 of 10 for the whole game. And 10 points for Corey Davis. Also had a double-double. He actually had as many offensive rebounds as Taylor did as a team, 6. And he finished with 10 points and 11 boards. Tonight, he played 32 minutes and shot 5 of 12 from the field. Playing but not scoring tonight off the bench for Miami Hamilton were Aiden Turner, Ryder Thompson, Josh Scantlin, and Mark Watson Jr. They went a combined 0 of 4. Top rebounder tonight for Miami Hamilton was Davis with 11 to complete the double-double for him. Top rebounder for Taylor and for the game was the Trojans' Anton Webb, who had 12. It's his second straight double-double here at home after feasting a week ago here on this floor. Taylor assisted, as we mentioned, on 13 of their 28 baskets. 3 helpers apiece from Olam, Furman, and Niehaus. 4 for Ryan Marshall to pace Miami Hamilton tonight. 5 steals for Taylor, 3 of them from Furman, and 5 swipes as well for Miami Hamilton, 2 of them from Marshall. 4 blocks for the Harriers tonight. Wildermuth had 2, and 2 blocks for Taylor, 1 for Webb, and 1 for the surprisingly springy Gavin Yoon, whose brother we might see on Saturday. He's the backup quarterback for the St. Francis football team. He's sitting across from us right now. Taylor had 13 turnovers tonight, 9 for Miami Hamilton. The Trojans gave it away 7 times in the second half. The Harriers just 4 after halftime. And the points off turnover was fairly even though the fairly decent discrepancy in turnovers, 14-12 in favor of Miami Hamilton. Points in the paint went the way of the Trojans this evening, 32-20. Second chance points we talked about. Fast break points were in the favor of Taylor at 7-5. And the Taylor bench outscored the Miami Hamilton bench 10-0. Taylor's got the first 2 points of the ball game. A 3-point shot from Josh Wildermuth gave Miami Hamilton their only lead at 3-2. The Trojans got the lead back, and they did not look back after that, building an 11-point halftime lead. The lead eventually got up to 18 early on in the second half, and the Trojans win tonight by a 12-point margin. After that, the lead cut down to 7 at 67-60. Big 2-point basket and an and one from Jackson Olam pretty much put the thing on ice tonight. We'll take a break as Taylor improves to 3-2 on the year. Miami Hamilton falls to 1-2. We're back with more here on the Ivanhoe Postgame Show next on the Trojan Sports Network.
If you get sick, you can trust that we will take care of you. As a Magnet-designated healthcare system, our expert team will create a personalized plan to get you back on your feet. Marion Health. Great care from great people.
Join the Trojan Club today and support Taylor student athletes 12 months a year. The Trojan Club has 4 different levels of membership for you to choose from. Each level receives complimentary season tickets, while the Athletic Director's Circle and Trojan MVP levels receive gifts from the athletic department. Over the years, members have helped supply the funds for a sports information position, purchasing equipment for teams and the athletic training staff, and providing broadcasts of Trojan athletics like the one you're enjoying right now. With the support of alumni and friends, the Taylor combination of spiritual growth, outstanding academics, and a highly competitive intercollegiate athletic program can continue. To join, call 765-998-4331 or log on to TaylorTrojans.com and click on the Trojan Club tab at the top of the homepage. The Trojan Club, supporting Taylor University student athletes.
Best One Tire and Auto Care Upland is proud to support Taylor University athletics. Located at 148 South Main Street, Best One is open 6 days a week. Owner Mike Pearson and his staff offer replacement tires from brands like Bridgestone, Firestone, and Goodyear. Customers can also shop for tires from the comfort of their home by using the online tire finder. When it's time for mechanical repairs, Best One's ASE certified technicians can perform a wide range of services to get their customers back on the road. And those same technicians can do repairs on fleet vehicles as well. Taylor Athletics says thank you to Mike Pearson and everyone at Best One Tire and Auto Care Upland.
Oh, if you could see what happens during commercial breaks, you'd love it. Back on the Ivanhoe Postgame Show, Rick Johnson, the head coach of the Trojans. Josh Andrews, say hi to your people.
Hey, folks, thank you for everybody that watched tonight. We appreciate your support, and hope you'll stay tuned in.
For free.
For free. Yep.
Because they don't want to pay to listen to you and I yak. We have to pay them a lot.
They don't, but we do. I appreciate everybody that supports our program and cares about our guys. So.
Great shooting night, 50% in both halves. What led to that this evening? And obviously not the best night shooting the three to boot.
Yeah. We had I thought the shots that we took, for the most part, were really good shots. Guys were mostly balanced and taking them in rhythm, so I applaud our guys for that. I would have liked to have gotten more of those. They play a possession-style game, so if you remember Miami Middletown, they're very similar. They'll make you guard in the half court. They're talented enough, athletic enough, mature enough that they're going to make you guard them. And then they run their mixture of zones, and it's a challenge. You're not getting something quick and easy. Their back and their set takes time. So to answer the question, we took our time. We were disciplined. We would have liked to have been a touch more disciplined because I liked the shots we took for the most part, and we shot at a good clip.
How happy were you with your offense tonight going against multiple offenses, I mean, it'll be rare, if ever, you're going to see a team, particularly in the crossroads, that's going to zone you up from jump tip.
Yeah, and it's different. So we're not doing that every day in practice. I speak for all coaches. They know that. At least at this level, you're touching on zone offense. You got a few quick hitters. They run like a point zone, a 3-2, a good part of the time. So you got a little bit of a different offense for that. So our guys slightly out of rhythm. I think it fed a few of the turnovers. They're quick. Where they attack you when you get to your spots is different than in a typical man-to-man. So there's a lot going on there that can make the offense be disrupted. So credit them. They do it well. Coach Pyatt has won a lot of games there in these couple of years with good players, and they play that system, and they make you work for it. Good for them. They played well.
Yeah, 43 wins for him the last 2 years coming in. You had all 5 starters in double figures. Webb led the way with 17, but Hodson was incredibly efficient, 10 points on 4 of 6 shooting in just 17 minutes tonight.
Yeah, we had I like the balance. I like the scoring balance. I think the zone forces that. If we had a lot more time to practice and work and had the need to work against zone, we'd have a lot more set action. Maybe to get a guy like Furman, who's seems to have brought his shooting stroke back from Detroit, which we like. He's 4 for 6. I would have liked him to have maybe 10, 12 looks from the perimeter tonight, and I've got to coach better there. Got to put him in those spots. The guys were trying to find that, but it's good to see us shooting the ball well from the floor and from the arc, and we just got to clean up our turnovers. It's been a bugaboo, and it's got to get better, and it's got to get better in a hurry.
Yeah, 13 turnovers tonight, had 2 guys with at least 3, 4 with at least 2. Let's look at the weekend. You guys are going over to Mount Vernon, Ohio for 2 games, but how important is it to not just go over there, get the 2 games against 2 quality opponents, but you're also going to Mount Vernon Nazarene for the first road conference game. It's the Tuesday before Thanksgiving. Anyone that's been with us for our 11 years doing this song and dance knows that's a bear of a trip.
Yes.
You have some new guys, not just to the team, but new guys in new positions that, hey, when you get off the bus, we need you to play 20 minutes. Yep. You didn't play that. How important is this trip to get them ready for a couple weeks from now for that Tuesday before Thanksgiving?
Great question. Not the main reason that we accepted the invitation to come play. Jared's a good friend of mine, great coach, great program, but very good connection to go play. Two teams, neutral floor this weekend. We'll see various styles in play, so we've got to get better one day at a time. Also, hopefully, to get comfortable shooting the ball in that gym like you're asking and pretty much foretelling. So hopefully we shoot it really well, and it'll pay forward. We would love that. Tough place to play, and, of course, they're a great program, but we're going to watch this film and get better tomorrow. We'll worry about them as that gets closer.
Long road trip, go-to snack on the road trip, whether it's with the team or when in the Andrews family van during the summer.
Yeah, I'm the wrong guy to ask. I'm pretty bland with that. Probably some almonds.
Just regular almonds,
yeah.
not like some spice on them or anything, just straight
almonds,
raw almonds?
Almonds or some. I'm trying to think of what else I would eat on the way. The guys love Chipotle, so we try to get Chipotle when we can. And, yeah, I just a hot cup of Joe, and I'm good.
What's the favorite snack for your son when the Andrews family piles into the van and they go on a road trip?
Anything that's got sugar, so we have to limit that. Yeah, anything that has sugar. My wife might be listening; she knows that, so we have to guard the sugar. That's it.
That's a good way to end. Guard the sugar.
That's all I got.
You can probably use that in practice tomorrow, right? Guard the sugar.
Yeah, absolutely. That's taking care of the basketball. Yep.
Thanks for the time. Good luck this weekend.
All right. Thank you. Appreciate it, Rick.
Head coach Josh Andrews. We're back to wrap it up next here on the Trojan Sports Network. You got it, man.
If you get sick, you can trust that we will take care of you. As a Magnet-designated healthcare system, our expert team will create a personalized plan to get you back on your feet. Marion Health. Great care from great people.
What limits you? Too small, too old, insecure, broken. You have no limits. Rethink your limits.
Join the Trojan Club today and support Taylor student athletes 12 months a year. The Trojan Club has 4 different levels of membership for you to choose from.
Each level receives complimentary season tickets, while the Athletic Director's Circle and Trojan MVP levels receive gifts from the athletic department. Over the years, members have helped supply the funds for a sports information position, purchasing equipment for teams and the athletic training staff, and providing broadcasts of Trojan athletics like the one you're enjoying right now. With the support of alumni and friends, the Taylor combination of spiritual growth, outstanding academics, and a highly competitive intercollegiate athletic program can continue. To join, call 765-998-4331 or log on to TaylorTrojans.com and click on the Trojan Club tab at the top of the homepage. The Trojan Club, supporting Taylor University student athletes.
When you need the fuel to be your nephew's #1 fan, Holiday Inn Express. We're there, so you can be too.
We have 2 question marks on our screen. There are no questions about the final tonight. Taylor wins 72-60. They're off to a tournament in Mount Vernon, Ohio, coming up this weekend. Then a week off before they start Crossroads League play a week from Saturday here against St. Francis out of Fort Wayne on November 18th. Special thanks to our A-plus crew tonight, the All-Stars. Bryn Butchkowski, your producer-director tonight, and your camera operator was Natalie Monerick. The executive producer of the Trojan Sports Network is Seth Michael. My name is Rick Johnston. Taylor with the win improves to 3-2 on the year. Miami Hamilton falls to 1-2. We will talk to you on Saturday for our next broadcast here on the Trojan Sports Network. That is football, wrapping up their regular season with Senior Day coming up against St. Francis of Indiana on Saturday. Remember to tune in early as we will have special coverage of the Senior Day ceremony before the 1 o'clock kickoff. Our final score from here inside Odell Arena was Taylor 72, Miami Hamilton 60. This has been a presentation of Taylor Men's Basketball on the Trojan Sports Network presented by UBS. Until we talk to you again, we say goodnight from Upland, Indiana.